definitely health plays a part, I would say. Being able to look after oneself in terms of what you eat and what you drink, it takes an effect after a while. Don't look at me. But everybody it works different for everybody, and because everyone's body is different. But things like staying away from dairy before like a big singing kind of gig is good. Things like manuka honey instead of normal honey is good as well, and don't smoke. And loads of other things. Exercise, definitely warm up is extremely helpful, especially the older you get.
Yeah, definitely. I used to be able to just go and sing, but
those days.
Yeah. I think because for me personally, I've got quite a husky tone, quite a deep voice, but a lot of the time I have to sing quite high, so I have to warm up, otherwise I'm just going to damage my voice. So it's very important, and practice as well. As much as sometimes even if it's not like I'm going to take an hour to practice, even if you're just singing in the house or singing along and learning stuff from new music and stuff, that always helps because it expands your mind and your creativity and stuff.
I would say surviving in the industry, I think it's important to be flexible, and I think it's important to keep an open mind. I remember I struggled a lot with that when I first started singing for different artists, because especially if, for example, you listen to a piece of music and you listen to the harmonies and the harmonies are wrong and you know what the right harmony is, but it's not your gig, so you have to refrain from saying, well, actually, it should be this, all that kind of stuff is really difficult. But I know that certain people find it difficult to get work because they can't do that. They're like, well, actually, no, it should go to the A minor and not be blah, blah, blah. And the artist is just like, who is this chick? Please get her out of here. So I think it's important to remember that everybody has their own way of doing things, and just to kind of keep an open mind where other artists and other people are concerned. I'd say be on time. I think that's important, and I think it's important to be nice.
I never personally did. I studied music up until, I think the last time I studied music was GCSE, but I think music is the kind of thing you're always learning something new, because it's not really strict rules to it. So when you're around people that have different influences and have different opinions on things, even though you're doing the same thing, like you could be listening to the same music and someone else gets it in a completely different way. Like me as a singer, I get lyrics the very last, like I'm listening to the drums and I'm listening to the bass, whereas another singer will be like, we'll know the song, like Charlie will hear it once and we'll know the whole thing, and it'll be like a week later and I'm still like, what's the second line again?
I still don't know some of the songs. Hello.
So I definitely think studying what you're doing and being taught by people that have had more experience than you is so important, because you can know a lot but still not know enough. And I think it's very important.
They say if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, that kind of thing. So always make sure that you have people around you that you can learn from, and people that you can teach as well. It's important to be able to pass on what you know as well. But at the same time, I don't think it's necessary to go to a college to be a musician or to survive in the industry. I didn't. I would have loved to, you know what I mean? I would have loved to, but sometimes that's not always possible. So I think what's important is having that desire in your heart to express yourself, not to be famous, not to be in so-and-so's band, but literally if you want to be an artist, you have to be comfortable with expressing yourself. And that's the key. It's how do I get my point across? How do I say what I want to say? That's the whole point of being an artist. It's just expression. But then when you're supporting people like doing backing vocals as well, they probably picked you because they like you and they like your sound. So be faithful to your sound. But you also have to, again, learn how to be flexible and how to sing with other people and in different circumstances and things. So yeah, absolutely.
You are more than how you feel. You have to know. Listen to the words on your voice. The beauty deep inside is real.